Hello everyone, on the occasion of the Lunar New Year 2022, we would like to send you and your family our best wishes and happy, prosperous and successful New Year. Here we come to TTV News with some latest events in the province, and now we come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, on the morning of January 31st, Mr. Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, visited and visited in Go Dau district.
On the eve of the Lunar New Year and on the behalf of provincial leaders, Mr. Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng, Deputy Secretary of Provincial Party Committee, wished the Go Dau Party and the people many new successes in the new year, and while performing the tasks and the social economic development tasks, national defense security, improve the people's living standards. At the same time, giving a dead gifts to the District Party Committee, the People's Councils, People's Committee, and Vietnam Finland Front Committees of Go Dau District. And Mr. Huỳnh Thanh Phương, Secretary of Go Dau District Party Committee, on behalf of the District Party Committee, thanks to Lieutenant Provincial Party Committee for deep concern and promise to strive, emulate, work, and make great effort to achieve and exceed the targets in the year of 2022. And in the evening of January 31st, Mr. Bien Gioi, Vice Chairman of the People's Committee of Trang Bang and delegation, visited and gave best wishes for the Lunar New Year to the medical staff and doctors at the field hospitals in the town. The delegation visited and gave wishes for the dead holidays and gave gifts to the doctors and nurses on duty at the field hospital number 1 at Thành Công Industrial Park in An Hoa Ward and the medical center of Trang Bang town. At the place visited, the delegation encouraged and shared difficulties and hardship of the staff, nurses, and doctors on duty at the field hospitals, and wished them always healthy, united, overcome difficulties, perform well their treatment tasks, and help the COVID-19 patients feel secure in the treatment and soon return to a new normal life.
Within the main activities of the Spring Volunteer Campaign in 2022, the Insurance Learning and Activity Center cooperated with the Ninh Điềm Border Youth Village Project Management Board, Châu Thành District, to organize the program Spring Playground interested to the students living in the village.
The program was held in a joyful atmosphere, and the union members and young people brought to the children exciting music and dance performance in parts with that atmosphere. At the same time, they organizing the Dead Frog Games activities for the children to participate and receive gifts. On this occasion, the units also gave 140 gifts to the children in the village, helping them and their families have a peaceful and a warm Tết holiday. Meanwhile, Mr. Võ Văn Dũng, Secretary of Trang Bang Party Committee, was the leader of the delegation to visit and give the best wishes for the New Year Eve to units on duty, including the Police Military Command, Control Sport Tourism and Radio Center, Electricity Medical Station of An Tịnh Ward, Trang Bang Town. At each place visiting, the delegation recognized and appreciated the efforts of the unit, contributing to ensuring the good security and order situation in the area. At the same time, encouraged everyone to try overcome difficulties and complete on task well. On this occasion, the delegation gave each unit of that gifts, wishing the officers, soldiers, and officers, as well as their families, a new year full of joy, health, happiness, and success in life. In addition, 40 gifts were also given to the street cleaning workers on the New Year Eve in the town. And ladies and gentlemen, going to the temple for worship at the beginning of the Lunar New Year is an indispensable activities of every Vietnamese on the occasion of the coming New Year and the Spring Festival. This activity has become a cultural and spiritual beauty in the life of every Vietnamese. In Tây Ninh province, going to temple at the beginning of the new year for worshipping is also a common activity in the first days of the Lunar New Year. In the face of complicated development of the COVID-19 pandemic in recent years, many people go to the pagodas or temples in the new year to set the same wish for the health and the control of the pandemic instead of praying for their own fortune like in the old years. Vietnamese people believe that going to the temple and pagodas at the beginning of the Lunar New Year is not simply to wish for a new year, but it is also a command for the people to immerse themselves in these spiritual places. And maybe there are different customs and habits between the regions, But the early spring Go Dau ceremony has become a habit and a cultural and spiritual feature of all the Vietnamese people, and adhere on boundaries of age and status are erased. On we meet in the scarce torment of consciousness.
Despite facing numerous difficulties due to COVID-19 over the past 2 years, Vietnam has managed to protect public health and maintain economic stability, which is the groundwork for Vietnam's economic recovery in 2022.
In that common context, with the frank efforts TayNinhTV has invested in building many infrastructure works, the key construction projects have created impetus for TayNinhTV economic development, and the most prominent type of traffic was the works in the field of agriculture and commercial services. TayNinhTV people welcome the Lunar New Year with many expectations and beliefs in the development. The province's key project has been completed and put into use in the Spring Festival as a meaningful early spring gift for the TayNinhTV people. And that is An Hoa Bridge connecting the west side communes with the center of Trang Bang town. The people in the localities have been waiting for this bridge to be built for a long time. And for a long time, when I go to work, I take the ferry. Now I have a bridge. I am very happy to go to work. The time is shorter to go by the bridge, and the time will be shortened. Having a convenient transportation is very happy. The state and the party has paid attention to invest in a construction project of An Hoa Bridge, and it is the great choice of the people. An Hoa Bridge connects to economic development, transport of goods, trades between Trang Bang town and two western communes of Phước Chỉ and Phước Bình markets. And not only close the gap between rural and urban areas, but then also invest in many routes to meet the travel requirements, serving potential exploitation and tourism development. A series of new roads built, upgraded, and expanded over the years is an example. Dang Phu Street is more than 6.7 kilometers long. The section from door 7 inside the Holy See to National Highway 22B has been completed construction and put into use in the last day of the previous year, contributing to the completion of the town's transportation network of Hoa Thanh Town as well as the province, and it is one of the important roads in Hoa Thanh Town connecting with the main roads of the province such as National Highway 22B, Bien Gioi Street, Bờ Street, creating favorable conditions for the people in the province and tourists to go to Ba Đăng Mountain tourist area, promoting the province tourism development, creating a driving force for the strong development of the own types of services and commerce in the area where the roads pass. Besides, due to the geographical location, Bien Gioi and Châu Thành district do not benefit from the water source of Dầu Tiếng Lake. The canal project across the Vàm Cỏ Đông River will help them bring water from Phước Hòa Dầu Tiếng Lake to irrigate about 17,000 hectares of agricultural land in Bien Gioi and Châu Thành districts. Besides, the water source from the river crossing canal will supply domestic water for urban areas west of Vàm Cỏ Đông River with about 12 cubic meters per second. Thus, along with Dầu Tiếng Lake, the canal crossing for the west of Vàm Cỏ Đông River has two of the largest irrigation projects in the country for TayNinhTV province, and the total investment in canal crossing Vàm Cỏ Đông River is nearly 1,200 billion Vietnam dong. The central capital support for 2/3 of the capital and 1/3 is the provincial purchase capital, expected to completion in 2022. And it is not difficult to see that TayNinhTV infrastructure system has made a significant progress. The invested urban infrastructure works have contributed to expansion of urban space, socio-economic development, opening up opportunities to attract strategic investors in various fields. In the Spring Festival, the key construction projects are like a bright color in the socio-economic pictures of the province. We expect a stronger year for economic growth with the new impactors.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for joining with us and see you next time.